peeps, Bear back again. Well, here we go. We've got a little Zoom table up and running, and don't panic. Don't fill your pants. I know it's 5 and 2 or 2.5 to 5. It's decent table stuff here, and I haven't played anything like this for a long time. 2 and 4 is the max I've played at, and that was not Zoom. Look at this, man. So I thought I'd bring this up because I actually had a wee look at it today. Ace, Queen, Ace, King. Standard, get in there. Queen hits. Oh, King in the river. Queen's screwed now, man. Oh, my God. He's going to split it. What a jammy bastard. Talk about lucky there, man. I thought he was toast on that one. So here we are. We've got 68 people playing 2.5 and $5, which is decent number here on the Zoom table. So I thought, why not bring this up, let you have a look at a bit of action at these high stakes. There's nobody above that from what I can see. There is this lone soldier up here on a cap waiting for somebody at 5,100, but he's obviously sicko. So I thought we'd bring a little bit of action on this, let you watch some of this. I keep an eye on this sort of stuff all the time. Ace Queen calls off with an ace high. That is retarded. Okay, we'll mock some of the play on here, because what I would say is this. I have watched some of the 1 and 2 and this, $2.55 tables, and I have seen some of the standard of play, and it is really quite aggressive, but some of it just begs belief. I have seen people up here spunk off so much money in 20 minutes, and I'm thinking, do you know what? The standard of play for some of the, not obviously this is generalistic, but for some of the players up here is like, hang on, there's guys down there at 25, 50, 51, right, that are playing as good as these guys, if not better. Do you know what I mean? So let's watch some of this, and we'll have a bit of a laugh and a joke, and we'll run through some of the commentary on this. Okay, so we got a three-way pot here with Jack, Queen, 5, 2 clubolinos, and he just goes half the pot. So basically, anybody with a draw here, club draw, is going to call that, right? At the same time, there's what I was expecting. Anyone seeing a bit of weakness here could look at that as an inducing bet. So Hussey may well have the goodies here, okay? So he's got ace, jack, and nut flush draw. So Hussey is lucky there. He's got it in, right, on second top pair with the ace, and his opponent had the nut flush draw, okay? So he doesn't believe his opponent is what he's saying. I don't think that's the case. I think he's saying, well, I've made the bet. I've only got so much behind me. I'm going for it. That's just gambling. It's not skill. That's pure gambling. All right, so let's watch this one. We've got a raise, 3-bet, flat call. So the raiser here is priced in now with basically most holdings, unless it's a shitty ace. 8, 9, jack. Now, the original raiser is potentially, depending on what his range is here, is not going to like that. But neither's a 3-better, because that 8, 9, jack is too connected. So King Fritz could be interesting. So if he set it here, he's going to make a move on the turn. So very draw heavy board on the flop. Club draw now. He's betting out, and that's not a big bet. So it's almost like I've got something I want it in. Well, has he bought himself the river with that 7? Flush hits. 10 is there in the hand. King Fritz is worried. You could see that with the way he played the turn. So VDC is like, that's a value bet. Unless, of course, he's trying to induce a raise here. Yeah, so value bet. So easy. And the thing is, unfortunately, we can't bring up that last opponent. It won't let me see his hands. See, when I bring it up, I can see that one, but I can't see that. And the bet sizing there, he got a cheap turn card there. Let's just play that back here. So we got a raise, a 3-bet, and a flat call with a pair of 10s, which is fair dues. We've got a lead out, a very small lead out here, on his open-ended. And we only get a call. This was the original 3-better, so he could have an overpair at this point. The club comes, and he gets this lead. Now, that's twice he's trying to buy himself. If you see that, that's too small. Especially when the club comes down. If he's got a set here, okay, if Vidisi's got a set here, or maybe a jack with a 10 in it, or something like that, he's potentially going to bet a bit higher here. Well, no, jack and a 10 would probably do that, but why would he call raise 3-bet jack 10? Do you know what I mean? Why is he betting so small on the turn if he's got a set? Because that board is draw heavy. He's going to put more money in there. He wants more value because this guy's got 783. So Vidizi signaling to me 10 there. He's got a draw and he's trying to get there cheap. This is the opportunity for King Fritzy to really make a move here, but he doesn't. He's worried. And, fair dues, I can understand that one. And there you go, club draw, small chicken bet on the river. Does Vidizi call a face job here? Would he call a face job? He probably would, because he's straight. And I have to say, a lot of these guys don't fold that easily at this level, trust me. Right, so let's get back to watching this. And so we got a raise, a call. So a three-way here, super draw heavy again. Razor goes, decent c-bet. Queen might slow him down now unless he's got ace-king. 9 would bet out again. Yeah, that's a decent chunky bet. We get a call there, board's paired, that's going to worry Milkman. And poor old Elliot here. Well, that is tasty. Yeah, so there's a straight, and he's not worried about that. He's just still betting it out. Again, we can't see Milkman's hand, and that's a real bummer to find out what he's calling off with. Okay, but he's got the top end of the straight there. Well, not the top end, because obviously ace-king is doing it, but with the 9 and the king. Do you know what I mean? If Elliot's got like ace-9, something like that, then unlucky, man. So we got a raise, call, squeeze from the small blind. Big blind is thinking about this. Jamie, no thanks, mate. I don't want to J you. Where is Jamie from? Yeah, I was going to say that the time he took on that, he's from the UK, so we've got UK, Russia. God, these Russians. Oh, another Russian. These Russians do my tits in, by the way. I don't mean that in a bad way. Just they're all over the sodden place. It's like the Eastern Bloc's moved in, man. Right, so we got a decent pair here, or an ace-king, ace-queen, potentially. This 4-bet must be strong. So on that flop, he's going to lead out pretty decent, I would think. I was thinking about 120, 130 minimum. He's gone quite low there on 95. So is that an ace-king? And JV could raise him. That doesn't look strong. But it could be an inducer to try and get the puppy to put it in his face, and then he's going to snap it off. But what 4-bets there? Raise, call, 3-bet, 4-bet. So 4-bet range on Zoom, you're talking ace-king, probably queens, kings, and aces. I don't see jacks 4-betting. Could, but it's pretty aggro. So the puppy's thinking about this one. So maybe he's got, what, pair 10s? He really is taking his time on this. Ace-jack would have called quicker than that, I think. Ace-jack hearts would be leaping in there like a salmon. So come on, Mr. Puppy, what are you going to do here? I mean, this is a huge amount of time. Huge. Yeah, I was going to say, he's thinking about jamming it. Ace-jack and 9s. Well, 9s is a poor shump. And that is really aggressive from the ace-jack to go 4-betting out of position. So we'll just get that one up. Really, really aggro. And the 9s must have thought that's an ace-king job or whatever. So 4 bets, 4-way ace-jack. Oh, from big blind. That is really aggressive from Jamie here. And the 9s are caught on a quadrant there. Look at this. So we got the monkey pumping it in. Who's this? Average Greg. Where's Average Greg from? Canada. The Canadians are normally pretty aggressive, I have to say. Sweden, they're just dead. There's only one country more aggressive than the Swedes. It's the Finns. Those guys are on LSD permanently. I swear to God. You don't see many Finns kicking around on the Zoom. But look at this. In you go, man. That is a huge face plant. So Monkey overbet the pot. He's called with a shitty 10. That is gross. I have to say, that is disgusting. You just got face planted. Let's just look at that one again. We'll just play this one out. And this is some of the stuff I mean by really bad play. The 10-8 suited there has played that really poorly. So we get a raise and a call, okay? We get squeezed hard here, okay? There's no way that 8-10, okay, bearing in mind he's called, is strong here. He's got some drawy piece of shit or something. So average Greg, right, when he sees that call, when he looks at that flop, he's just going to face plant him here, right? It's a draw heavy board with a 9-10 of clubs. So he leads out, right? It's actually interesting. It's a small bet. It's almost like he's encouraging the monkey to go for it, which the monkey does, okay? He's hit the 10. He thinks he's good. He then gets face planted here. Save you $300, man. That small bet has induced you, and you have just been pwned. Aces versus Ace King. We'll come back to that hand in a minute. So, you know, people will say, well, I'm committed. I'm committed. No, man. If this guy's put that small bet in, you raise him, and then he just slam dunks it in your face. Run away and save you $300. So Sweden, man, you got turned over with no Vaseline. Let's look at this one. This looks like a bit of a cooler here if it's pre-flop. Raise, 3-bet, pretty big 3-bet. Look at that, 345, 3.5. So he's making that pretty hard. Small 4-bet. Does he shove it? Yeah. See, that small 4-bet, yeah, with a $200, yeah, he's always getting it in there, isn't it? So this is a pretty much of a cooler job. With that small stack, he's just loving that with aces and ace king. He's just like all the way to the piggy bank. Thank you very much. Easy money, but hand plays itself here. Big hand here. Average Greg again. In he goes. Set versus kings. Jesus. Talk about turning these guys over. So he had queens and melted some guy's face who should have folded for $300. He got an extra 300 out of that. And in that spot, he's got sevens versus kings. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy. Yeah, it is. He's on 647 versus nearly 1100 here. So he raises and gets 3-bet. It should be a flat call. I didn't see this whole hand. He flat calls it. He's certainly going to do that with any pair, hoping to hit his set with the stacks that deep. Hits his set, and he's going to face melt this, isn't he? So there we go. Bet. I'm not. See, that looks a little small to me. 40 or so would have been more interesting. But there again, he's got king Galinos. He's not going to piss around here. Decent raise, which is fine. And this guy just goes, screw this, man. I've got Kongs. I don't care. It's going in, which, to be brutally honest, I can totally understand on that flop. And he shoves. He's committed now. Boom, 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 boom. And the kings, he's got the king of clubs as well, so he's got the backdoor second nut, yeah. On that flop, kings are humped. There's no way he's folding. And, you know, the sevens, average Greg is just rubbing himself in front of his computer now. I mean, that was just another $600. So he got paid by a Tuna on the previous hand, and there he just technically sucked out on the kings by hitting that set. So I wonder if average guy's going to keep that stack on there, if he's going to come out and then take the money off the table, right, and then start again. Because see, when you get that, there's nothing worse than having a nice big stack, and then you come up against another big stack, and then you hit some cooler spot like aces versus kings, and all that money just vanishes in front of you. Ooh, we got all in here spot. Aces versus jacks, Coolerino. Aces to the piggy bank. Poor old need 420. Where's he from? Lithuania. That is an awful lot of money in Lithuania, man. That would buy a herd of donkeys. You know what I mean? And some. All right, Vijezi 530. Evgeny, Yakus. Pretty innocuous flop. 6-9 deuce, rainbow. Standard C-bet. He could float here in position and look to take advantage on the turn. Depending what Evgeny does. If Evgeny checks, no, he bets. Little raise here, possibly. Just call again. Okay. 6 there. Evgeny checks. Bet here of 65 on an ace high. Try and steal. Ooh, all right, 77. He had the 10. So, did Jenny have the 9? Probably had the 9 there, the way that worked out. And he got maximum value. Maximum. Raise call. Big blinds priced in. Yep. Ace, ace, jack. Yuck. Now you're leading out into ace, ace, jack. I'm pretty sure that was raise, call, call. Okay, so we get a call. Now a check. We get a bet. He calls. So has this guy got a jack that's led out? Shitty ace would be interesting, but no. I think he's got the jack, the way he's played that. And Milkman, if he thinks that's the case, oh, that is disgusting. He did have a... That is revolting. So they're both playing each other thinking, I'm good here. Why wouldn't you with ace queen, to be honest? Ace, ace, jack. He led into that with the aces. And a decent kicker. Possibly representing the jack. The ace jack is just rubbing himself here, man. With the flopped full house. And the pairing at the end. I mean... Only one hand beats. Poor old Afanasy. Where is he from, by the way? Russia and Poland. Well, Poland will love that one. That's called revenge, man. If you know anything about your history, that's definitely revenge. Poland is loving that puppy. That's sick. That is really, really sick. Just check the ace queen. He just flatted, didn't he? Yeah, he did flat that, yeah, which is fine. And he leads out. Interesting. Okay. King, queen, ace... Ooh. Did I just see that right? Let's bring that puppy back, people. That is absolutely disgusting. We get a raise, and he 3-bets. King, queen, calls it off. I think that's... I'm pretty sure that's the king, queen. Right? He leads out. And he just calls. And leads out again. He just calls. To river card. And he puts it all in. And he gets snapped off. And the flush gets there. That is revolting. 70-30 spot pre-flop. Ace king 3-bets. He calls off with the queen looking for a miracle. He then gets a lifeline with the diamond. And then gets a runner flush. That is so lucky. The guy from Holland there. And that Russian is probably being sick in his mouth right now. Oh, what we got here? We got Dinosaur versus Invisible Man. 45 into the middle. Go on, Dinosaur. Bite his head off, man. Go on. No, I'm on the side of Dinosaur here. Go on, Dino. Eat him. 10 Jack of Hearts would be so funny. I really think I would jizz myself on that one. Yumia is cacked himself. Is Dino going to get it in there? Now, a missed flush draw could just jam here, which could be quite interesting. Which would put Yumimi to a hard decision. But there again, 10 Jack. Hearts. Would be an interesting jam as well. No, he's gone for a decent 3/4 bet here, so he wants paid. Ace 9. 2 pair. Tasty. Again, we can't see what happened there, but hey, I'm happy. Dinosaur won. Invisible Man got pwned. Ukraine, Germany. Ooh, that's a hard one. I'm probably on the side of the Germans on this one. So what we got here? We got a raise from UK. Russia calls. Open for a squeeze from Sweden. Go on, Sweden. You're not just good at poker. You're pretty good at curling as well. Get it in there, man. Oh, you pussy. Super draw heavy board. 9, 10, 7. Check raise would be interesting. Oh, not with that pot. Over the pot bet. What is that? Is that a set? Well, there's the raise. I was going to say, check raise is what our first gut reaction. He's called off. No club on the turn. Now is he going to put it in his face if he's got a set? Be surprised. Well, that is a hell of a river card. Who has just flushed up? Well, Don doesn't care. King, Jack, and there's a flush. So Don's gone with it with the flush, and I need to play that one back to you because that was nothing short of disgusting from this guy up here. Let's just look at this back. So Puppy's on tilt. Remember, I'm pretty sure we saw a hand where Puppy got pwned. So he's definitely off to the dog kennels, man. Battersea Dog's home for you, mate. He is now officially on tilt. Right, let's have a look at this again. So we get a raise. We get a flat call. King Jack, nothing wrong with a raise pre-flop here. That is a unpleasant flop. So you get a gutter, and I don't think he had any clubs in his hand. I can't remember precisely, but we'll find out. So that's a really heavy C-bet there. So when you do that, and you get that, on that board, and you're holding a shitty King Jack, and I can't remember the clubs in his hand, but let's just say you've got no clubs. I can't remember, honestly. It's called dementia, guys. I'm sorry. And I have no beer in front of me, which is really upsetting me. King Jack. What you got here? A queen and an 8. So you got a double gutter but no clubs. You could. What's the stack behind? You can call one. You have to give up the turn. So he calls one, which is what he does. Oh, King Jack. I missed it. 9, 10, Jack, King, Queen. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you're sober. It's just not good. All right, I didn't catch that. So he's now hit the straight. He's 9, 10, Jack, King, Queen. Yeah, he's hit it. So I'm just rechecking things here, man. It's been a hard day. I've been looking after sick kids. So Don here bets out again. And JVL just calls. Why? Why are you just calling that? You're letting the guy get away with murder. So, I mean, Puppy's going to be pissed here. He's obviously... I mean, think about it. A set gets it in. You've got the nuts now. So, if Don's got a set, he's getting it in anyway. So, get it in now. Because if a board pairs on the river, then JVL is just going to shit himself. If a club comes on the river, he's going to shit himself. Or he should shit himself. But at this point, I don't like this. I think Puppy needs to get it in. So Puppy now needs to punt it in his face. Slow play at your peril. If he punts now, okay, there's a possibility that Don may fold. I mean, I don't know. I think he may well be committed here, to be brutally honest. But there is a possibility Don may fold, and then that's free money. But just flatting that, how many river cards are there that are going to make JVL crap himself? Or is he just thinking, screw it, I'm calling off whatever? And Don pumps it in his face. So, what are you beating here, JVL? Everything except a flush. Yeah? Ace Jack beats you as well. So Ace Jack beats you and a flush beats you. Not nice. And the thing is, Don's not scared. He got that in pretty quick in the river. So JVL's got... Nah, I think he... My opinion on that one, you can all join in the commentary, is I think he needs to face plant Don. And if Don calls off on the turn, if you face plant him at that point and you lose, then fine, you've played it spot on. So there you go. So a little bit of a misplay on the turn, I think. Wow, all element, King Queens. Well, that's cool elements. Zinc, you could do that with Queens there, man. Low joy. Have you noticed we're missing? Let me just go to the channel here. So I'm just going to bring this down here. I want to find out. Oh, no, come back. No, come back. I want to go back to this. Oh, we've lost a lot of players. We had 68. They're all gone. Where's our man? Has he pissed off with that money? He fucking has. I don't see him. Do you see him, guys? Oh, we'll come back to the action in a minute. Look, we're looking for a man that won those big pots. Has he logged off and taken the money with him? You tight bastard. Alright, well, we missed the pre-flop action here, but Chippy's looking tasty. He's from Russia. Daisy from Canada. So it's Canada v Russia. That's a big one in ice hockey. Okay, that's a really small bet. We get called here. The 10 is like, well, Chippy's called that really quickly, and he's checked really quickly. So he's definitely got something. Maybe drawing as well. Check back. So is Chippy going to try and value this? Yeah, a little value. Yeah, King 6. That was a shit value bet, by the way. Was he? I mean, we've already seen some really misplayed shit here. So Vidisi's pot controlling here, and Chippy's he's just got a hard on, hasn't he, from his big stack. He's obviously taken a few people out. So he's got King 6 under the gun, and he gets 3-bet from the button. And he calls. I mean, that is super loose. So obviously he's run like God to light to get to 2,000 chips. He hits the flush draw. Check, bet. It's a small bet. So Vidisi, a little worried here. He's been called from under the gun. We get a flat call. 10 there. Chippy, checks, and Vidisi pot controls, which is fair dues. So the idea is, with that pot sizing now, he's check calling. Or no, he's not check calling. He's calling any bet, basically, unless it's a jam. Then he's going to crap himself. So if Chippy's going to win this, then that's bollocks. If Chippy puts him on an ace, then the only way that ace is folding is if he dumps his stacking. And then Daisy's got a really tough call. So, but that King 6 played that like shit, man. I could have played that with a bottle of Stella in me, 3 bottles of Jameson's, 2 Guinness, and a couple of Red Bulls, and I could have played that better. Alright, checky here. These boys are pissing themselves. They don't like that. Little stab here. Yeah, I was going to say. That's just screaming for a stab. Abracadabra versus Catalo. Come on, Abracadabra. Get it in there, man. Look at boom. Raise him. Raise him. Yeah, I knew it was coming. I knew it. Catalo's called off. Flush. You were caught, man. You were caught. Your hands were just like, no. Abracadabra. Look, no magic for you this time, man. You just knew that that little raise was coming there. Just play that one back again. So we get a raise, a call. We get a bet. Heads up. Heads his flush. Little bet. A raise. And a snap call. Yeah, it's easy money, isn't it, man? Little hand going on here between the Lobster and BMW. Oh, my money's on the Lobster every fucking time. Go on, Lobster. You donkey, what'd you do that for? Yeah, talk about Bluffalinos on the river. Let's just check that puppy out. So we got 10 jack. Raise. So 10 jack calls a 3-bet. And the 10 hits. Not the biggest of bets, but, you know, fair enough, I can get it. So he's got 2 pair. 10 jack is probably not going anywhere unless there's a decent bet for the Lobster. But even then, I think he's still calling off the whatever. Lobster bet's decent. 10 jack's never folding. And then he gets 2 pair jacks and 10s. So he check calling. Yeah, because fine. Lobster got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, man. Hand in the cookie jar. Under the gun, we got Chippy from Russia, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's Russia. Yeah, Chippy from Russia. How's our recording time doing here? 28 minutes, man. We'll just go a couple more minutes. I'm actually enjoying this. This is quite funny to watch somebody. Oh, there he is, Average Greg. I was looking for you, man. Where were you? Did you go for a piss or something? Come on, we were looking for you. You've kept all that money on the table. What is the matter with you? Cash out. Come back with a smaller stack. Otherwise, you're going to see somebody like Chippy here take all your money off you. He's going to get super lucky, river you, you know, when you're like 90% favourite, whip all the money off you, and then you're going to cry right in front of your computer screen. Boom! River bet. King, Queen. What's the odds? Ah! I told you. Get your money off the table. Average Greg, man, I told you, this guy is like a luck box. Raise, 3-bet, calls. He's got King, Queen. We got check. So you've opened it up to him. He's up and downing on there. So he obviously, because you checked and didn't follow that up. So how can you 3-bet? He calls and not follow that up on a 10 flop with a flush draw out there. How can you do that? You have to follow it up. You are just basically giving the initiative away to Chippy here, who then obviously gets a freebie card. He's now got an up and downer, and he's going to have a stab at it every day of the week. You call. So what you got? Probably a pair of what? 8? 9? And you've just shat it when you saw the 10. You fish. I mean that in a nice way, by the way. You know, I do like the Canadians. even though they don't grow very tall. All right, look at that, man. And boom! There it is on the river. And a huge, huge, almost pot-sized bet. And average Greg just snaps that off. We can't get to see what he had as a hand. So what do you reckon, people? Can't be a set. Ace Jack? Possible. That would make sense to an extent. Just gross, man. Gross. Chippy taking your money off, you average Greg. You should have taken that money off, man. You should have taken it off. Boom. Okay, let's go back to the action here. It's getting tasty. So you can see some of the play here. It ain't rocket science. But when you've got loads of money, you know, it's very easy. And obviously, being a commentator sitting here watching it, you think, you know, everything's easy with hindsight, but that's all of Hussey's money, man. Look, you're going to have to go in the game again if you lose that Hussey. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that is all your money. Oh, ready's in the ace, king, queen 10. How the fuck can you get in that with queen 10? Are you fucking retarded? Excuse my French. Sorry, little one. Sophia, you're not allowed in here. It's bad language. Go, go. I'm teaching my kids to swear. This is really bad. I'm going to get locked up, man. Let's watch this one again here. Is this blind v blind? So we get a raise under the gun and a caller from the small blind. That is cardinal mistake in Zoom. A raise under the gun, and from the small blind you are calling with queen 10. So Hussey, wherever you are, Azerbaijan, if that is the real place you're from, I'd say it's Timbuk friggin' 2. That is a disgusting mistake. So everything afterwards, because of that pre-flop error, is just your own fault. Right, so Mr. Redhouse, let me go. He's going to squeeze. And let me guess it. You think it's a squeeze and you think you can outplay him out of position with queen 10. Off. Call. Call. You hit the queen. So, we get a bet. A call. You are joking me. How can you think you are good here, Hussey, with queen 10? How the fuck can you think you're good here? You've got a bet and a caller. Your queen 10 is absolutely destroyed here. And you are giving away basically 58.50 just now plus 146. If you don't like your money, send it to me. I can make better use of it, man. I can buy so many fucking Stellas with that money. Why are you giving it away? This is embarrassing. Make a note of him, guys. Look, watch it. See that? See that? Blue tag. Massive tuna. Massive tuna. In capital letters. Massive tuna. Cannot fold. Middle pair. Middle pair. With ace on flop. Three-way. Two callers on... Two callers. Donkey. Exploit to the maximum. As will fill your piggy bank. Done, man. That's my notes. That's a very detailed note. And that's a little bit of advice here, people. See, when you're taking notes on people, make sure they're really comprehensive like that. Where are we? Where's my notes? Yeah, they should be there. Hang on. Yeah. So you want really comprehensive and intelligent notes like that, because then when you see that again, you know, you see the colour, you hover over it, and you just lick your lips. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I've spelled donkey wrong, so that's a typo. So I'll go back and change that. It's not doncray. People think I've got a lisp or something. Donkey, exploit. You know, I do have an issue with my spelling, you know, but hey, hell, you know what I mean? Right, let's get back here. What we got? 33 minutes. Right, we've got 2 minutes. Oh, this cold is killing me, man. Ooh. Talk about payday. So, we got Denmark. Oh, here he is. Please tell me that's not your original stack, Average Greg. Please tell me that you're not on one table. He's on 5. He's got 3. He's playing on 5 and 10. You are joking me. Are you off your tree, mate? You're giving it away. So you've only got 2 tables at 3 and 6. If that is your 1400, 1500 stack down to 700 or so, you want beating. You want absolutely beating. We're going to bet and a raise with the person still to go. Okay, interesting. What's Average Greg going to do here? Give his money away? Okay, we got to check now with that bet check raise. All right, so there's an ace there. Yeah, he's good. If that's an ace, This could be interesting. Yeah, so Chotra's crapping himself. Has he got a shitty ace? Average Greg going to put them all in? Because I think Chotra's telling me he's got an ace. But it's a shitty one. So if you try and bluff somebody with a shitty ace, and you don't have the ace, you're a donkey. Chotra must be crapping himself though. Ace King Jack. Average Greg, how can you do that? He is calling you all the way. He's scared, but he's still calling you. That is a donkey play. Oh, makes me puke. Standard of play at this level sometimes is just barfing. Right, so let's look at this again. This is just kindergarten stuff. And this is what really frustrates me is, see some of the stuff I'm coming up against. I'm being put to really, really hard decisions. I'll show you some of my previous stuff where it's really tough. And I'm like, can I walk away here? Should I walk away? You know, and really, you know, it's like, has he got it? You know, this is kindergarten. It makes me barf. Raise. Call. Call. That's a sneaky call here. But there's an ace out there. Okay? Three-way. You bet. Repping the ace. Okay, you got a gutter and a backdoor shitty flush. You got a shitty hand. You get raised. So there's a check raise on the flop. Right, so what are you going to do? Call one card and hope you suck out, or get a diamond on the turn to let you continue. So you're looking for a shitty 4, okay, or a diamond to give you some miracle opportunity to try and call again because you've got more rounds. So you do. Desperation call. Desperation. 10. You finish with the hand now. You are finished with the hand. Chotra now checks, and you make a big bet. Okay? Big bet, and he calls. You should be finished by now. But you should not be betting. You should be taking the free card to try and get the 4. That bet is just bollocks. So, you bet large to try and win the hand. Chotra calls you off. You know he's got an ace. Because he's called you on the turn, he is always calling you on the river. He's never, ever folding. He can't fold. He's not capable of folding a rag ace. In this case, he hasn't got a rag ace. Alright? He's got a really good ace. Right? And he checks again. Right? And if you're bluffing or have got a shitty ace, he's hoping you do exactly what you did. Which is what you did. He snaps you off. And he shows ace king and he just absolutely destroys you. Poor old average Greg. Getting absolutely schooled there and giving away a ridiculous amount of money. He won a couple of big hands and he just spunked it all back. Look at this. Milkman is taking that dog to the cleaners. Quick, quick to the toilet. Ace, king, aces. Milkman with the daddy. That is a easy payday. Wow. Well, people, we're going to wrap this puppy up. There's a little snip of Zoom Poker at 250 and 5. Okay, and you can see some of the play. Don't get me wrong, there's some intricate stuff in there. Don't give I can't let it go before Dinosaur. Come on, Dinosaur! I'm on Dinosaur's side every single time, man. Dinosaur is Germany here. I love you. There you go. Written man. Wobbly wobbly versus Dino. Come on, Dino. Pwn him in the ass. Please tell me you got a pair of 8s. That would be so funny. Checky checky. He's worried about the 8s pairing there. So wobbly wobbly. What are you going to do? You're going to overbet the pot. Repping. Semi-bluff. If you got the 8. Just try and get him to call off if you've got the 8. You're going to go for maybe a 20, 25, hoping you get paid. Check. So a little pair in there from Wobbly Wobbly. Maybe. Or overs with an ace. Dud 1 might get a bit of value on this if he's got a pair. Shitty check if you got an 8, by the way, Wobbly Wobbly. Come on, Dino. Yeah, nice little bet there. Nearly 3/4 of the pot. I'm hoping Dino's got a pair here. Pair of 6s. Pair of 7s. Wobbly 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 Wobbly. Now, I was going to say, if that check raise came in here, I'm like, impressed. Dino's been caught. That's a bummer, man. That was a dirty check raise on the river, by the way. Poor old Dino's now thinking, fuck, why did I bet? Why didn't I check back? Ace 4, what a brilliant call. But then he's either got it or he hasn't. It's so polarized, isn't it, if you think about it? He's either got the 8 or he hasn't, because what the fuck else has he got there? 3, 4. What is calling a raise pre-flop from under the gun? Ace something? Ace 8? So it's a small bet, by the way. I'm not a big fan of that. I think I'd like a little bit more. Because think how many cards come on the turn that scare Mr. Dinosaur. So that almost looks like a scared bet. So you can join me in that one here, but I like a little bit more than that. $13, $14 would have been much better. Even half the pot. You know what I mean? But that's a chicken bet. That's almost encouraging this guy to draw with overs. So an ace 10 and ace jack, you're giving him all the money, odds-wise. So we get a call with the ace 4. An 8 comes in. Checky, 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 checky. Alright, river. He goes for the check. And it's a nice little move, actually. Dino goes for value there. Right? And the check raise. And I bet you Dino, I'll put money on it that Dino filled his pants on that check raise. And he's thinking, well, you either got it or you haven't got it. And it is if he had the 8, it's a great bit of play. But he doesn't have it. And Dino thinks, well, fuck it, man. You got it. And he's just going to call him off. And yay, my hero! Dinosaur gets there. And luckily, Wibbly Wobbly, where's he from? Bulgaria. Well, that says it all, man. Germany stuffs Bulgaria. It's not the first time. All right. On that note, people, hope you enjoyed that little episode of Zoom Poker at the higher stakes. Don't worry, Bear's going to be getting in there as well. Not at this level, by the way. You can suck my bobby on that one. There's no chance I'm playing this level. I'd like to keep my roll a bit longer than that. So don't worry, I will be coming back onto the Zoom pretty soon. I had a little bash earlier on today, but I had 3 phone calls, job-wise, interviews and stuff like that, in the middle of me trying to do the Zoom Poker video, and I thought, this is retarded. Then stars crashed on me, even more retarded. Then the little one who's not well, and I was running backwards and forwards getting her drinks and food and stuff. And I'm thinking, why am I even bothering trying to play here? Just do a bit of recording or whatever. Just don't try and play any poker until everybody's gone to bed. It makes more sense, especially when the wee one's not well. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, people. We'll bring back some more. And please, give me your comments, guys and girls. If you like these sort of things, shout. We're here to entertain. This channel isn't all about Bear getting pwned, although it is quite entertaining. It isn't about trying to educate the masses, although it's nice to have a few nuggets of wisdom in there. But it's about having a bit of fun and having a bit of a laugh. Oh, Average Greg, please. No, not whilst I'm finishing up the video. Don't go. He got it, man. He had to sit there, but he was crapping himself. I bet he was. Okay, on that note, people, we're going to finish it up and catch you later. Till the next one. Ciao, ciao.